just doing a little co-broadcast here with old Joe Holland up in the North Maine woods. I'm out on my trap line over here in eastern Maine, and we was just gonna try to do some updates periodically. So we're just gonna talk some trapping, how things have been going, and anything else that might pop, maybe answer some of your questions. So I don't know, Joe, you want to give us a little rundown of how things have been going up there in the North Country?
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
This is
everyone.
Joe
This is
from
Joe from
FBM Outdoor
FBM
Journal.
Outdoor Journal.
I've always wanted
I've
to
always
How's it going, guys? Welcome to Joe Holland's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
Trapline's going
Trapline's
pretty
going
well up
pretty
here.
well up here.
We had a pretty
We had a
slow
pretty slow
start in the
start in
coyote
the
season.
coyote season.
It was
It
rough.
was rough.
There's not a lot of coyote up here. It's the weirdest thing. I've never heard that anywhere else in the state of Maine, but we're pretty slim on them. They're starting to show up now, and maybe I got to learn a little bit more about how they interact or react to the moose hunts, because we've had three moose hunts pretty much back to back, and a lot of people pounding the road, a lot of people on the roads, and then a lot of gut piles and a lot of moose in the woods. So maybe I just have to learn those patterns, because they're starting to show up now. And we had a pretty good run there at the end of the trap line. We ran that early fox and coyote on them, and Donnie and I, we put a pretty good lineup on them the last couple days as we were pulling. So we sat with no confidence at all, on no sign at all. It was crazy. And then they started showing up once we had some sets out. We managed to pull a couple of the heaviest females I've ever seen, and we had three goldens, or blondes they call them. Yeah, which is pretty cool, because I catch one like red or blonde every year usually that I trap, and they're fairly rare. So that was excellent. And now though, we're in the Martin and Fisher season, which is what we love to do. So we pulled all our footholds, and we're going right straight ahead to Martin and Fisher. And I'll give you guys a preview. I don't want to give away too much because I'm a little bit behind on my editing, but we're having a really spectacular season, and we've just learned so much from last year that we're putting together that I can't wait to share with people, and hopefully it helps other people be better trappers, or maybe get into trapping too. So that's kind of the short version of the update. And I can get into it more and more, but I'm actually curious about your line. I see you on the river, and it's something I've always wanted to do. It looks like so much fun.
Oh yeah, well, we've been having a ball. I've kind of grew up near this river, so I always wanted to run a trap line down there. Because the way the river's set up, it's a big, huge WMA that's owned by the state, and it's kind of got these big high banks on both sides. Not super high, but high, and those have always been beat right down game trails. And then behind it goes into huge either alder or grassy heaths, like big meadows. So all the game gets funneled down those. So I always wanted to try to run the land trapping line down there. And I had a bunch of trail cameras down there this summer and early fall, and I was picking up a lot of coyotes, fisher, marten, even otter and mink on those trails. And I don't know, we set it up for the whole week. I think we had 52 or 55 traps down there, mostly land sets with some water sets. All the trail cams went dead on the coyotes. We never, out of all those sets, I had one that was set closest to the bus that was set next to an old sawmill that used to be there from the 1900s, like an big old concrete foundation there.
Huh.
For some reason, all those coyotes, like early October, seemed they just disappeared from my cameras, were gone. I don't know if kind of. If the acorns all dried, there wasn't a lot of acorns and they were small. I don't know if those all dried up and a lot of the game moved away from the river to go, to the up into town to the apple orchards, or whether I don't know what caused it, but it's definitely not what I was expecting with the coyotes, and I wasn't geared up really weren't planning on putting in a big huge water line, so I just set a few beaver sets here and there, trying to get some bait ahead for my road marking season that we're setting up tomorrow. And yeah, so that's pretty much how things are going. We've had a ball down here though. It's even if I didn't catch a thing, just going down through these big remote WM, going up these big beautiful heights in the morning, when the sun's coming up, and just the adventure of it all, and staying in the bus for a couple weeks, it's pretty hard to beat. But even if you don't get a lot of fur, but I knew going in that it wasn't going to be a production trap line. It was just going to be a check off my bucket list and just to have an adventure. It wasn't going to be production for sure. And of course, it didn't rain all summer, and then we got rain about every 30 hours. So yeah, I was remaking the sets. They wouldn't stay good very long.
Yeah.
I dug up probably 6 or 7 pails of nice loam and dried it all out, and I saved it all under my bus, and I was taking that down. Of course, that loam is just, you get a little bit of rain on it, turns right into a nice mud cake on top of it. Constantly resetting, but it's been a blast anyways. But I was going to stay down there 2 full weeks, but if you're not getting the fur, you might as well, might make a game plan change. So we transferred some coyote sets up, what was it, yesterday, into a few spots that I set before, and Liam's been learning, and he's been helping me, and we had a bobcat come up to 2 sets we had in the gravel pit, and he did a square dance all around our pan there. We had 3 tracks on each one, and he missed on every one of them. But tomorrow we're going to put out a bunch of boxes and probably a few more coyote sets. Of course, we'll have to remake everything that we set yesterday, because she's just got done having a thunder and lightning storm. He had big heavy rains.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's
and you got a weasel too. Don't forget about that weasel.
Oh yeah, weasel. Yeah, couple beaver, couple muskrat. Got one lone muskrat today pulling everything.
Nice.
I did notice today though. I had those mountain and fisher sets were out for 3 days, and I had a lot of missing baits, and I'm not real happy with those triggers on those Bridger 155s that I got.
Yeah.
So, wire between the trigger wires or something. They're not. They got a little bit of play in them. I got to file them a little, I think, and they feel like they set off hard to me.
Yeah, I had a wicked hard time with Bridgers last year. I just pulled them right out of my lineup. I've switched over. This year I'm only running Belle-Isle, Savage, which Belle-Isle owns, and I might wind some Dukes out there in a little bit once I get everything else out. But it's made a big difference. Oh, did I lose you there, buddy?
Oh, I got you back now. You said last thing I heard was you was running the Belle-Isles and the Savagos.
Yeah, and it's been a game changer. I'm telling you, we've made some pretty incredible catches so far. And I mean, I'm gonna knock on wood. I don't even know if I should say this out loud, but we haven't had one miss yet.
Oh yeah.
And that's a big improvement from last year.
Oh
yeah.
I'm hoping that if I add some pans on there, I might increase things a little bit. I got some of these corrugated plastic cardboard stuff I've been cutting out there. All I could find was white. I don't know if that would deter them or not, but I'm gonna try these out. Hopefully that'll give that a little more. And I got a round file. I'm gonna hit that notch so that I can get that little bit of wobble out of that trigger. Suppose I put a stick in there, and I could, by the time you get the length of the wire, you'd get 3/4 of an inch of movement before you would even start to bring up on the trigger good. The way those are stamped out, mass produced.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hit those with the round file and see if I can tighten them up, and then put some of these on there. And hopefully that'll increase us.
Yeah, it should. I bought a bunch of replacement triggers for those Bridger traps because the spring seems strong enough.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they do. They are pretty rugged trap, the 155.
Yeah. Oh, did I lose you there? Oh, did I lose you there? Uh-oh. We might have lost him.
Whoop.
There you are.
Starlink doesn't like this thick cloud cover, does it?
No. I know people at home are going to get frustrated watching this because I probably got an echo, and they're saying that yours, I think yours, they're saying Joe, which is both of us. So They're saying yours is a little quiet on your end too, but if you really think of it, a couple of years ago we could have never had this conversation because Donnie and I are here off grid, you're off grid, and old Elon's got us talking together with a Starlink. It's ours has been pretty good this year once we put it on the roof, but it just started pouring here, so we might lose some megabytes or per second or whatever it is. My echo's gone at least. I don't know what I did. But so right now his page is froze up to me. So I don't know if I'm gone or he's gone. Oh, there you are, buddy. I don't know if that was you or me. You there? Can you see me at all? Huh. We might have lost our Starlink, Donnie. Oh, I guess yours has been freezing up, Joe, is what they're saying. But, well, if you guys are still tuning in, I can see Joe there. Joe, can you see me?
I can see you, yep.
Okay, there you are. Now I can hear you too. So it looks like we're back on, but
yeah.
For a minute there, I couldn't hear you.
I got that stupid thick cloud cover right now, and it's got my Starlink cranked right down to hardly nothing.
Oh, okay.
All kinds of speed all week, and then when we want to do this, it's gone to pieces.
Well, honestly, I'd like to do this more often with you, and I'd like to get you up here on some Martin and Fisher if you get any time this year.
Oh yeah, I'll get up that way for sure.
Yep, I know we tried to hook up last winter for ice fishing, and it just didn't quite work out. But this year, we got to make it happen because I really enjoyed watching your ice fishing videos, and one of my favorite catches of all time on YouTube is the young fella that caught that big togue on your channel. Yep. Oh, your audio's better, is what they're saying.